In this section, we're going to talk about the basics of Twitter. What I want to talk about and show you step by step is the things that you need to have set up to optimally use your Twitter account. And this is so that people can connect with you, understand, a little bit about you, and then really build that relationship with you. So here, let me show you my Twitter account. What you can see here on my Twitter account, I have my name set up, the URL is my name as well. So when you talk about branding, some people want to do companies, organizations. If you can do an individual, I find it more powerful, because from what I found is people want to connect with a person. They want to connect and communicate with an individual and build that relationship. When they're connecting with a company, it's a little bit harder. Now, of course, if you have brand recognition, you have a good logo, and you're mainstream, you can do that. And I'm not saying if you're not mainstream, you can't do that. It's just generally a little bit harder, right? Versus if you're an individual that has a business secondary. And the other thing that I find which is key, if you do it this way, is that no matter if you change careers, business, products, services, whatever that may be, they're still connecting with you. You're still that same person. You might have a different business, but it's still you they're connecting with. So just something to think about. No judgment. If you guys want to go business, whatever, that's just kind of my recommendation. Next, what you see underneath, you see the bio. And in the bio, what you see is I've created hashtags, right, and keywords with underscores to elongate the term. And then you see there's a hashtag there. So I've used that in my description, and the description is 160 characters, and I'll show you that in the profile editing settings. But this is good to have this set up so people, when they read your bio, they know a little bit more about you. Then I also recommend that you have a website, somewhere to direct people so they can learn even more information about you. And that could be a blog, could be a website, could be a YouTube channel, maybe it could be Facebook, Google+, whatever that may be. Have a URL there that they can learn more about you. Then you have your profile picture, right? You can set up a logo, right? And this is all in like a design that you can create, or you can use the custom ones that Twitter gives you in the background, but they're very basic, just colors, are not imageries. So these images, I actually went to another site and did it. And I did it myself. This was just a simple one I did. And if you want to kind of get really high end, you can get a graphic designer to do it for you and outsource it. So that's what I did. Now, up here on the top, you can see the tweets, the following, the followers, and listed. When you look at the tweets, that's how many tweets you've posted to date. And they keep it very accurate. So if I post a tweet right now, it'd say 4,359. The following is the people that you're following. The followers are the people that are following you. And listed are the people that the business partners and business friends that you've connected with on Twitter are the ones that have listed you in a list they've built. Now, to give you an example of that, here's lists right here on the Twitter account. And what you see is Brandon Krieger social media. That's one of the lists that I've created. And you can see in my list I have Lewis. Oh, actually, as it's changing, it's going real time. But you can see it's Tony Robbins. Right? I have Scott, Lewis, Gary Vaynerchuk, Jonathan Budd. And the list goes on. I think I have about 6 or 7 people in it. Let's see. You can see the list here. I have 6 people in it. Tim Ferriss as well. Anyone else I didn't mention? No, that's about it. I keep my list short. The reason why is because, as you know, with the amount of information that we get on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever that may be, we really don't have time to accumulate and digest all that information. So I keep my groups of who I follow very kind of neat and tidy, and then it's easier for me to follow up and see what they're up to. Now, under profile, you can edit your profile settings. So kind of give you an overview of what the profile settings are. But to edit them, you go into edit, you go to profile, edit profile settings, and then under there you can add your picture, which is that picture on the top left there. You can put in your name. You can, put your location. That's up to you if you want to do that. Website address, which I recommend. Now, this is where the bio is. Little tip here that I have done is because I didn't know how much 160 characters was with spaces, I opened up a Word document, and in Word, I did the word count, and it showed me how many characters I was using, just so it would fit exactly 160 characters. So, I mean, if you're having a hard time with that, I did at first. That's exactly what I did, and then made it easier for me to put in the bio there without any problems. So we're going to go back to the profile. Next I want to show you is your home, where you can see your messages. Right? You can see the timeline of current feeds that are going on right now. You see the @mentions, where people are putting in your name into their post. So you can see right here, Bella put my name in. Then you have like different retweets, retweets by others, retweets by me, right? And your retweets retweeted. So a little bit of a tongue twister there. Then you can see your searches, and then the lists. So you can create a list. There's the list I created. You can create a list following you, so you can actually see who's doing it. And then on the right hand side, you can see the followings and followers, and they give you a little bit of a picture and icon. If you click on that list, it'll actually give you a lengthier list of people that are following you. So that's really the basics of Twitter, of everything you need to get set up. If you understand that concept, understand the basic, then what happens, we can move on to more advanced stuff in the next section.